What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy C-Dub, aka Whit, presenting to you guys the 100th Flojos with commentary. And I am super excited to be able to bring you guys this specific commentary. Can't believe it. It's the 100th week of doing Flojos. And I can't say I was at all 100, but I can say that I was super excited to be a part of this particular Flojos on this day. And if you guys want to know more and learn more about Flojos, I ask that you would watch the video at the top right of your screen, which was the actual vlogger version of the 100th Flojos. This is the commentary, so let's get right into it. So right now I have Fast Freddy in front of me, and we're just everybody's getting situated, and the pace is kicking up. You see we're going downhill a little bit, 33 miles an hour. I have Rontello just passing me on the rear camera. I have Rick coming into the rear camera right now. Again, right behind Fast Freddy, you got Rick to my right. We got Patrick that was just to my left in the PRT kit. So now you see me sitting right here, tucked in behind Ron Tello. Got Rick on my wheel again. And right now we're just making our way around the lower Otay Reservoir. Hey guys, if you are new to the channel, this is a cycling enthusiast, avid cyclist, life behind bars type of channel. And I ask that if you have a YouTube account, go ahead and click that subscribe button, set the notifications. And as I always say, if you don't have an account and you're looking at this video, I ask that you would pause the video, go set up a YouTube account, and come back and join the Critwit Roadrunner family. So right now we're on our first little climb. You see Ron Tello, he's out of the saddle, staying on Fast Freddy's wheel, and we're making it up. Again, 3% grade. And going about 21 miles an hour right now. My heart rate's up a little bit, 171, and due to me not being in the saddle since Tuesday. Flojos is every Sunday at 0830, starting at McDonald's off of Telegraph Canyon Road in Chula Vista. So if you are in the SoCal area, as you will hear me say to you at the end of this video, I highly encourage you guys to come on out and join Flojos. Flojos means lazy, and the reason for that is because a lot of rides locally start at 0730, and Flojos starts at 8:30. So back in the day, they were talked about being lazy, and so therefore there's the name. So right now you see in my rear camera, you have Patrick on the right of the rear view camera, and then you have Rick riding his new Allay Sprint. A lot of guys on the team are getting the Allay Sprints, so I am super excited about that. I think it's about 5 guys on the team that are riding Allay Sprints right now. They are very well-made bikes. Even Peter Sagan is riding an Allay Sprint for Bora. All right, so right now just tucked in on Ron's wheel, and I remember that most of this ride I was sitting on Ron Tello's wheel just because, again, the pace was high. As you see right now, it's 27 miles an hour. My heart rate's 167, which that's decent. We're going downhill, and we're going. So my power is just over 400 right now, and we're coming up to the second little climb as we're going up a little bit here. So you see me pull over to the right just to get a view of what's going on ahead of me, and we're at 2% grade, and again, I'm still on Ron Tello's wheel. Excuse me. So right now, just hunkering in and just staying with the Peloton and just enjoying the ride. You know, my heart rate's at 180 coming up over that little climb. And again, 2%, 1% now we're going down. You see more water over there to the right. That is extremely beautiful. And that's one thing about this ride is it is 2 lanes, one going eastbound, one going westbound. But it is the lower Otay Reservoir that and the mountains, the Hamul Mountains, which really give us a beautiful scenery on this ride. I believe that's Abby up there to about the 11 o'clock in the new 2019 LEL kit. And again, just sitting on Ron Tello's wheel as he sits on Fast Freddy's wheel. I have Rick in my rear camera. I got Patrick back there. And I believe that's also OJ back there. I see you guys enjoying the ride back there, shaking and saying what's up. We also have Prez back there with the neon green Specialized shoes on, with the new PRT turquoise vest. You see right now, pace is up again. We're going 30 miles an hour. My revolutions are 96 revolutions per minute. And I'm pushing over 50 watts. So we're moving right now. And again, there's a little gap in front of me, but nothing to panic about. You see we're passing guys. So one of the guys falling back. There is John Sugar Bay Senendoza. So he goes around the guy falling back. I let him get in front of me. If you look off the rear camera, you see there's a gap. So there's a gap behind me, and there is Abby. She closed that down, jumping back on my wheel. Rick and them let her close that up. I'm talking about you guys for that. You guys should have pulled through and let her jump on y'all's wheel, but it's all good. So again, John Sugar Bay, he's moving up, and I just jumped back on Ron Tello's wheel. Again, because this ride is roughly about, I want to say it's about almost 19 miles one way. So we still have a little bit ways to go. Just to let you guys know, this video is just over 21 minutes long, and now we got water. So it's been raining on and off all week, so there's going to be some water in this video. The rear camera is going to get marred a little bit, so I ask that you guys would just hang out with me. The front camera is going to get some muddy water on it, but I ask that you guys would just hunker in, draft in, and get your coffee, get your tea, get your soda, whatever it is that you indulge in. I ask that you would get that, sit here and enjoy this commentary with me. So right now we got CFT is here, rocking their new jerseys, but again, I got Abby. She's on my wheel right now, still sitting on Ron Tello's wheel. This is Rick to my left. He's coming up on my left, sitting on John Sugar Bay's wheel as they're sitting on Mike's wheel. He's also wearing that new PRT turquoise vest. Some of these guys, I believe John is wearing the new white Stormtrooper PRT jacket. You see there with the long sleeves. He's just to my left right there with the new jacket. There is Pablo, U23, very strong Cat 3 rider, U23. So Pablo is awesome to be able to ride with you. He's rocking that true U green jersey, and we're moving up. So right now, I got OJ on my rear wheel, sitting next to Pablo, again right behind Ron Tello, as he's behind Fast Freddy. You got Mike right there about 10 o'clock with the pink POC helmet on, and just to our right is Skydive Chula Vista. So right now, again, you see the miles per hour is 25, 2% grade. My heart rate's at 179, and my wattage is up and down. I'm just over 115 right now, and so it's dropping. So there's Skydive to the right, and you see that. So if you ever want to jump out of some planes, this is the location. Take Telegraph Canyon Road, go east all the way until you see Skydive. All right, so there is Mike with the pink helmet. Ron, again, still sitting in here. Got OJ and Rick on my rear wheel. So we have a nice little PRT gang sitting right here. You see there's cones in the middle of the road, and I think because of the water and different things that are going to come up on us. There's Javier. Javier, is nice meeting you right here with the black Rafa kit on out of the saddle right now, and it was nice meeting you on the way back. There is Raquel. She's falling back right there with the Hope Sports kit on. So right now I'm sitting behind Raquel and John Sugar Bay as we move up. So I jump on John's wheel. OJ went underneath. He's moving up with the transparent white waterproof vest, and there's more Hope Sports right there to my 2 o'clock. And so right now I'm sitting on John Sugar Bay's wheel, and you see the pace is kind of slowing down a little bit. We're at 25 miles an hour going downhill because there's some road work being done ahead of us, as well as there is water in the road. So there is Prez Julius right there to my 2 o'clock. He's also riding his new LA Sprint. So I jump on Prez's wheel, and you see the road is real muddy and looks pretty nasty. So you also can look at my rear camera, can't see anything because of the muddy waters. And we're out of the saddle again. I'm at 19 miles an hour, heart rate's at 178, and we're climbing at 6% grade right there, just past the Humboldt, California sign. and there's a little gap because a lot of people slowed down. A lot of people kept pushing through this area. We really didn't know what to expect, so there's a gap in front of me. My heart rate's at 189. It's up. I mean, there Alex is coming around me. Rick, there's Nooks, and then so we got guys here. And what I do is I, push up. But there's Javier, in the full black kit, not knowing that's Patrick right there, just passing me. So I believe I'm pretty close to the back of this. You really can't see anything on the rear camera, thanks to the muddy waters. But hopefully that'll purge out and lighten up just a little bit here, so we can see some type of action going on in the rear camera. So yeah, you can see a little silhouette back there. There's somebody is behind me. But right now I catch back up to the Peloton and going 24 miles an hour. My heart rate is up. I'm at 184. And back in the day, which was just about a year ago, I would be pretty much done right now with a heart rate of 183, 84. I was plateauing out. So right now, sitting in between right next to Javier, and jump on his wheel. I noticed that he was a thicker rider, so I was like, okay, I can get a really good draft right here. If you look up the road, you see that it's spread out. You see cars is up there. You see street sweeper up there. So we kind of fan out here. Everybody has to come over to the oncoming traffic side. We got construction workers out there, road workers, because you see the road. Look at the road. It's really, really nasty. And again, due to a lot of the rain and water that we've had. So again, everybody's all over the place. There is Pablo out of the saddle coming up. Everybody's moving up. There's a lot of gaps being formed and a lot of extra efforts that are having to happen within this group ride. So this particular Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, actually made for a very unique ride because, of the wet road, of the construction work going on. And usually this is not going on this particular road, but, we adapt and we overcome. So you see here tucked in behind Pablo, and I'm not going to lie, Pablo wasn't providing me much of a draft, but, it's better to be on a wheel than not. And so I tried to jump on his wheel for a little bit, but at the same time, because I knew I had a video to present to the Roadrunner family, I kind of get off of some wheels because that water will be splashing on the cameras. So if you look at my rear view camera, I'm trying to close gaps down, try to stay in with the group. I got guys on my wheel. So Rick's back there, I can tell by the new bike. And we got some other people back behind me. Really can't make out who they are. There is OJ right here. And I actually yelled to him, to stay on that. Listen up. So he just touched Charlie on the hip. I thought he said something earlier, but I think I said to him, I said, stay with that, stay with it. He was like, yes, sir. And so, but he touched Charlie's hip, just let him know that he was there. And so I jumped on Charlie's wheel because, again, it was the most present wheel, and just allowed me just to jump on that and ride. So you see I'm at 186. Again, my heart rate is up, guys, because, again, just not being in the saddle all week due to bad weather, but I was in the gym, working with the Stairmaster, working on the treadmill, working core, as well as stretching. So you see John Sugar Bear in the rear view, you see Pablo, you see Rick. Everybody's really hunkered in and coming up. So again, close the gap down, back with the group again. There's Sugar Bay, so I jump to the outside and I get on Sugar Bay's wheel. We're passing some people. My heart rate's still at 184. Still producing over 400 watts of power, 500 watts, 600 watts of power, and staying when we haven't even made it to Pio Pico yet, and so just hanging in there. So there's Prayers right there. I don't know what just happened, but he made a very sketchy move right there. I think probably from the rider in front of him or something. Not sure. Still got Rick on my wheel. So Rick, you was sticking on my wheel this Flojos. I see you, brother. But hey, we all got to do what we got to do. And so right now I'm just on on Sugar Bay, John Sugar Bay's wheel, as he's on one of the Hope Sport guys. And so guys are coming underneath. There's Charlie. He's recovering and he's coming back up again. And right now just tucked in, going 23 miles an hour with a heart rate of 182. There's Pablo again with the green jersey and the Hope Sport bibs. And we're just making our way. So there's a little gap in front of me, but the pace wasn't really pushing. So I didn't want to expend anything crazy, so I just rolled what I was doing. So there's Rick still on my wheel. There's Nooks to my camera's left, and we're just making our way up. So Nooks is coming underneath me right now. He's passing me on my right, and he is the fabulous designer of all of these Paddock Racing Team PRT kits that you guys see. He's rocking the jacket. John Sugar Bay is rocking the jacket. The jacket looks really, really good. It just sucked that they were wearing it on this wet road day. Had a lot of mud spatter on the front of their jackets after the ride. But seeing Nooks' post today, he actually posted in our PRT feed that the mud spots came out like they were never there. So that's awesome. Still got Rick in the rear camera, and right now we are actually on our way to Pio Pico. Pio Pico is just past halfway, but to me it is a great landmark to know, how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. So I'm at 178 right now, 23 miles an hour, and you have Pio Pico to our right. So again, I bounce out to the left just because I saw a lot of water in the road, and I knew I had to present something for you guys. I had the cameras rolling, so again, I tried to avoid as much of the nasty, murky waters as I could, but that's not always the case. So you see the rear camera kind of purged out a little bit so you guys can just see a little bit better. I think that's Ephraim in the back. He's in the black kit. He's to my right now, coming underneath me. Again, got Rick back there. There is Alex. He's in my rear camera with the green kit. You can barely see him, but he's got a red Trek Madone. He's on my wheel right now. And right now, again, still just sitting on Sugar Bay's wheel. I could have went up right here, but I was too close to the double line in the middle of the road. And we really try to stay away from that because one, it's unsafe, two, it's unfair. So try to stay away from that. So you see Alex right here, he's coming around in the Kennedale kit. He actually he's riding the yellow line, which is no. You see some guys that tell him to get off of that, and he comes back over. So he actually went across. So he's illegal right now, but he came back over, and they told him about that. And so a guy jumped on his wheel. So right now I'm kind of riding the reflective dots on the road, so I try to get away from that because that is not fun, riding those bumps. So again, not much happening right now. We are actually closer to the finish, and the pace is going to pick up here very, very soon because the sprint's coming. I think there's a couple bends in the road, and then the sprint will go. So you see right there, I'm pretty much at the rear end of the peloton. There's only two people behind me, one being Rick and another being the guy with the pink, white, and blue jersey, and they're just sitting back there. So I'm pretty much at the butt end of this peloton, which is not where I want to be. But as you guys can see, my heart rate is up, and it's been in the 180s for a little bit now, probably about three minutes. So I'm hurting, and it was expected. I wasn't expecting to come out here fresh. But I was just happy to be able to get on my bike and get some saddle time in because I really, really do enjoy riding my bike. And again, if you guys are new to the channel, if you've made it this far, I really appreciate you. Please hit that subscribe button, set the notifications, tell your friends and family about this vid. There's Rick right now, so I get an opportunity to finally jump on his wheel. And I get to jump on Rick's wheel, and they are pulling away from me slowly but surely. And I'm not able to close this gap, which was starting to really, really hinder me. So my heart rate is at 187. The last guy passed me with the pink, blue, and white jersey, and I'm not happy. My heart rate's 185, going 21 miles an hour, and I have been dropped. Hey guys, listen up.
What's going on, beautiful people, aka road runners? As I told you before, not many hours in these legs this week, but you know what, I'm out here getting some more miles, some more hours in. Hey, I got dropped, but with much respect to this 100th Flojos. If you're in the Southern California area, I highly encourage you guys to come out Sunday morning, 0830, McDonald's in Chula Vista off Telegraph Canyon Road. If you don't have an account, set one up, come back and subscribe. Thanks for watching. On to the next with your boy C-Dub, aka Whit.